absolutely spectacular day. Brad Stevens coming in next.
And then Kristaps Porzingis is supposed to be on this orange one someplace. There are the first duck boats going down Causeway Street. We're going to duck down so that you can get a better look as those duck boats go by. This is the procession beginning for the rolling rally that is going to now leave Causeway Street and head over to the City Hall Plaza where J.C. Monahan is. Joe Mazzulla is on that front boat. It's maroon. He is leading the team in this rolling rally, Trini.
Which is absolutely fitting because he led this team to their 18th banner. And a lot of people, much like the Jays, wondered whether or not a 35-year-old, at the time 34-year-old, unproven head coach could bring another title to this town. Joe Mazzulla's tactics, sometimes unconventional, but man, did he get the most out of this team.
And so many people have come out here to wish this team well and show their appreciation for a spectacular season. They were the best team in basketball all season long, finishing the championship run in the postseason at 16-3. It was a tremendous accomplishment. And here on Causeway Street, there are people lined from the barricade all the way to the building. We just saw our pal Scal go by as we're expecting there to be a couple of duck boats, Trenny, with Celtics legends on board.
All right, the trophy you're seeing right there is actually the 2008 World Champion. Those are the legends. You saw Brian Scalabrine, Eddie House, Paul Pierce on that boat. They are honoring not only the present, but also the past.
And Trenny, look who it is. It's Jason Tatum holding the Larry O'Brien trophy, pulling out of the garage here at TD Garden, and he's followed by a truck carrying confetti. And the crowd is at its loudest point that we've heard all day as Jason Tatum is seen on the top of that duck boat.
I'm not sure I have ever seen Jason Tatum smile bigger than he is smiling right now, except, of course, at the end of Game 5 when he exclaimed, "We finally did it. We finally did it." One of the best moments of the entire run was when he picked up his son Deuce, tossed him into the confetti, and then hugged his mom Brandy, who has been beside him every way, because they were shipping up to Boston.
Yeah. I heard him say on social media earlier this week that he was out playing golf and everyone he saw called him champ. And I think he's really falling in love with that experience, and that's great to hear as a Boston Celtics fan because we want to see him do it again.
Absolutely, and this team, you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself, but is certainly poised to do it again with all of these guys expected to come back. And there's the other MVP, the real MVP, Jaylen Brown, MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals and the NBA Finals, as the crowd rings out in the MVP chants for Jaylen Brown, who has proved his doubters wrong from the beginning. Glenn, this is a guy who, when he was drafted, the Garden crowd booed the pick. They did not know who he was, and he has ended up bringing Banner 18 back to Boston.
He was a number 3 pick in that draft, of course, Trenny, and the same was true for Jason Tatum in his draft. And you know what? We go all the way back to Al Horford's draft. He was also a number 3 pick, and all of those players together have helped this city get Banner 18.
Yeah, I saw an interview with Jason Tatum the other day. He was asked what his favorite number is, and he said 3. He was born in March, which is the 3rd month of the year. He was the number 3 overall pick. It really is fitting that these guys, the number 3 picks, have brought it home.
And now we have Derek White. It looks like he's holding his son there as he comes out of the Garden building. He is a player that was so critical for this team. He helped solve a piece of the puzzle that they hadn't been able to solve. And I really think the city has fallen in love with Derek White, especially in this postseason, that last game when his face got smashed into the floor and he broke his tooth.
Yes, if any of you are noticing that Derek White has all of his front teeth, he told our Abby Chin before the ceremony today that he's had some temporary dental work done. A shout out to Boston Dental for doing that for him.
Well done.
So he's been in the dentist chair about 3 hours already, probably some more time because they're all just temporary right now, but you can't miss that smile on Derek White's face. What a gamer, what a tough player, and he brought something that this team desperately needed. Props to Brad Stevens, foreseeing the need to bring a player like Derek White to Boston?
We're expecting 23 duck boats in all. There are some other vehicles that make up the caravan, including confetti and music. You have that great sound happening now, and I think I'm looking at Peyton Pritchard there having a sip of something delicious. It looks like a light beer as he rolls by in this green duck boat. And of course, everyone is excited to see him after hitting that amazing half-court shot
They're
in
actually
the
pointing out to
clinching game.
Peyton Pritchard right now. There are T-shirts in the crowd that say "Pritch, please." Do you guys get it at home? Pritch, please.
I love it.
And Peyton Pritchard, one of the guys or one of the gals on his boat, tapped him and he gave the guy a shout out because how do you not love that T-shirt, Glenn? I want one of my own.
I want one as well. Listen, Causeway Street, even on a game night, has not had as much energy as all of us are experiencing right now. It is wall-to-wall people. Everybody is having a fantastic time. The weather is great, and they're getting the chance to show their appreciation for the 2024 NBA champion Boston Celtics.